But with this new file viewer, it's just as simple as one click, and it's so intuitive for users.
It's just like programming buttons on your car radio.
Now, if you want to work in another view, you can open up other views. For example, let's view this as icons. So there's our familiar icon view. But we still keep our hierarchy up above, so I know where I am. I don't have to lose out, because I like to use my icon view. And I can click on things, and I can double-click on folders, like the Alaska pictures, and jump right there. And again, if I wanted to, I can keep everything right in context, right in that view, not spawn multiple windows. So the Finder will be very powerful, very fast, and very easy to work with your local information and information out on the network. And you can look at it in columns or in icons, whatever you want.
Now, the bonus demo that Phil just did but didn't actually explicitly mention is this is a Carbon application. So what we're showing here is the reliability and completeness of Carbon at this point in time.
The Finder is one of Apple's biggest piece of codes, and to write this in Carbon is a tremendous amount of work. But now, Steve also mentioned we're going to do an application on top of Cocoa to show you, and that's the new Mail Viewer app.
Phil, just one other comment on this. This basic user interface paradigm of the Finder, of course, is not new. This is one of the things that we were able to bring along with us from Next. And we have actually beta tested this for years out there with everybody from professionals in the design and publishing market all the way down to first-time users. And we know from experience that somebody who's never used a computer before, in an hour, can be navigating around a local area network, going into their colleagues' machines, finding things they have permission to look at, sharing information across a local area network that only most sophisticated Mac users can figure out how to do today. And it's amazingly better than what we have today.
Let's see if I can get this one to run. There we go. Here we go. So the new Mail Viewer, entirely written on Cocoa, is a very powerful but very simple to use email application. I have all my buttons above for checking my email, finding addresses, composing new email, forwarding messages. And this email application is based on the latest standards. It uses POP and IMAP for its email servers, so just what everyone uses in the companies and out there on the internet. And it uses LDAP servers for address directories, so I can keep lists of people and groups and work with these great LDAP servers that we demoed earlier in Sherlock. Let me click through a few email messages. Here's one from Peter Lowe. Here's one from Canada. I'm from Ken Breskin about Canada. But here's a really cool one. Of course, it's from my boss. And what's in this email is a PDF file, not as an attachment, not as an enclosure, but right in line in the document. Because with Quartz, I can render all my great graphics types, including PDF documents, right in the body of all my documents. So my emails can be incredibly beautiful and rich with data. And now let me show you my favorite feature. This is just going to save us all hours and hours of time every week. We do a search, and the search tool is based on the same technology from Sherlock. So inside my email, well, I can do simple things. I can look for someone's name in their email. And as I'm typing, I never hit return. As I'm typing, in line with my typing, it's going out and doing its searching. Well, that wasn't too tough. Let me look for a mail message. Canada. That's not too tough. There's Ken's message. But now, watch how fast I look for content inside an email. Very quickly, it brought up this document, this email message. This email message has a PDF file inside it, and it searched for content inside my email, inside my PDF file. Let's do one more. Here's an email from Peter, that tax table I was looking for. Here, right from the IRS website, is a 1040 tax table from 1998, dragged into my email document. Peter emailed it to me, and now I searched inside with my Sherlock searching tools right inside my email and got inside that PDF file and found it very quickly. So it's a great email package. It's all written in Cocoa. It uses a great search engine, and it's based on the latest standards, IMAP and POP and LDAP.
Thanks, Phil.
So these applications are obviously works in progress, but the reason we wanted to show them to you today was because we want to let you know that we're doing major app development on top of Carbon and on top of Cocoa, and this stuff's really looking good. Now, let's talk about schedule. Developer Preview 1 is a CD-ROM with the current state of Darwin, Quartz, the 3 application development environments, the tools, basically the Mac OS X client system. Developer Preview 1. And we are going to make that available to you today.
We have a bunch of them. This is one right here. The artwork actually looks great, too, on the top of the CD. You'll be able to pick them up as you leave.
As you leave, right outside the door. So Developer Preview 1 is coming out today. Now, Avi and his team, you want to discuss some of the technical changes recently?
Let's talk about what's gone on to make Developer Preview 1 a reality. Well, first of all, you know that we've already shipped Mac OS X Server, and that was, a GM quality, very high quality product that we brought to market and actually is selling quite well now. But what we did was we said, from that code base to get to where we want to be in the end with Mac OS X in the future, we've got to make a handful of really fundamental changes. And so we've done that as part of this preview release. So let me go through some of them. And as developers, I think you can appreciate how destabilizing some of these changes can be. The first thing we did was we replaced the bottom-end guts of the core operating system. We replaced the Mach 2.5 based kernel that was in the previous version of the system with the Mach 3.0 kernel. That's the first thing that we did. The second thing that we did was, as you saw a demo, we put in Quartz. So the entire imaging model and the entire window system that's being used for all the graphics, for all the windowing, is completely brand new.